Number 12, install the O2 supply hose, so O2 supply intake on the head. I'm screwing that in now. That's not something you want to do after the unit's fully assembled. Now I'm going to install the BC bladder and install the backplate assembly. You can see I left the Tetradon 3 BC fully inflated. That way when I picked it up, it had pressure in it. I knew there was no leaks. I'll go ahead and drop it on the single tank adapter first, and then I'll put the backplate on top, and then I'll screw it down with the wing nuts. Again, as you can see, as the Pathfinder's against the table, gravity is helping me to assemble the Pathfinder, so it's real handy this way. You don't want to build it standing up where it's tippy and it can fall off the table. Then I sign off on 13, moving to 14. Mount counterlungs to backplate assembly. Inhale, counterlung on right, exhale on left. First thing I do is I attach either one of the counterlungs to the top Andy strap, and then I attach it to the shoulder straps using the Velcro enclosures. These are top of shoulder counterlungs, which are my favorite. They allow access to the top D-rings on the shoulders. They breathe great. They're pretty good for water trapping if you have an accidental flood. They're good for protecting the diver from accidental caustic cocktail. They're not as good as the over-the-shoulder counterlungs in regards to worker breathing, but it's hard to really tell, especially after you get used to them. But the counterlungs must be anchored firmly down on the shoulder straps so they don't float off of your shoulders when you're diving. I'm lubricating the inside couplings for the T-pieces right now. Remember, the right-hand counterlung has a right-hand thread, and the left-hand counterlung has a left-hand thread. And that's for when you screw down the T's that are on the breathing hoses. Now I'm going to stand the Pathfinder up. It's going to be facing towards me. Clearing things out of the way. I'm rotating the head now on step 15. It says rotate Pathfinder head to clear hose connectors to install the DSV breathing hose. Did that. Number 16, vacuum check dive surface valve, directional valves, and mouthpiece. Confirm flow from right to left with no air leaks. So I'm checking the inhalation side. So I'm inhaling, then I let go. Now I'm checking the exhalation side. I'm exhaling, then I let go. And as soon as I'm Before I take it out of my mouth, I close the dive surface valve. This is to ensure that during the pre-dive assembly that we don't allow any extra, we don't contaminate the oxygen that we're going to put into the loop. And it's a good habit to get into to do that so you don't forget and accidentally flood the rebreather also. So now I'm installing the aft breathing hoses to the head. And remember, I had rotated the head a little bit so I could gain access to those couplings.